Time to bring back rumor roundup. It feels good. It feels good to say that. And we got the big three, the trinity of phone rumors. We've got some Note 8, we got some iPhone 8, and we got some Pixel 2 rumors. If any three of those phones are things you're interested in or want to know when to buy it, stick around. First, let's start with the Note 8. August 23rd is going to be the day that all will be revealed, but hopefully you'll know everything about it come the 23rd. Twitter user Roland Quaint is saying we're going to see a brand new color, deep blue, kind of a darker, almost navy blue version of the phone. It's going to launch alongside the Midnight Black and Orchard Gray. If you're getting real excited about picking one of those phones up, you might want to send a tweet at EvLeaks, who claims it's going to cost $1,100 if you live outside of South Korea, which is not going to be a cheap phone. It's going to be hard for Samsung, I think, to justify that price, even with the specs that we're going to talk about. What you can't expect from an $1,100 phone: Snapdragon 835, improved RAM from the S8, so from 4 to 6 gigs of RAM, a 3,300 mAh battery, which I feel like I shouldn't have to say it, but just in case, it'll be non-removable. I think the camera is going to be a big selling point and big thing Samsung's going to push with the Note 8. It should have not one, but two sensors. The first one should be a 12 megapixel telephoto sensor with a 3x zoom. It should also have a 13 megapixel sensor for wide angle shots. So the first time we've seen that dual sensor setup on a flagship Samsung phone. And of course, the S Pen for S Penny type things. The only way I can see Samsung getting away with the $1,100 price point is if the fingerprint reader is built into the screen. All the renders, all the leaks, all the cases show it on the back in the same really uncomfortable placement that we saw on the S8. If they can put that thing in the screen, I would happily be like, here, take my money. So let's jump to Google's own flagship, the Pixel 2. Listen, we can call spade a spade. I love the Pixel line of phones, but the design of the phone itself, the big chin, it's not like the most pretty phone to look at, and it looks like that should be rectified come October when we see the Pixel 2, and it should look damn gorgeous. New color option should come, and it should have the power to match the beauty. It might be the first phone to actually ship with Qualcomm's latest chip, the Snapdragon 836, which should be about 10% faster than 835. And if you remember back from when the Pixel was first announced, that shipped with an 821 chip inside. We should also see much thinner bezels, almost that sort of edge-to-edge thing that we're starting to expect now from flagship phones. No word on wireless charging built in, but if it's going to be metal, not going to be there. It's going to be LG made, but sort of ape features from the HTC U11, the squeezy sides. Hopefully it'll be customizable, but allegedly it'll just launch Google Assistant. So for you Apple faithful, last but definitely not least, iPhone 8. Forbes unleashed a ton of news. Let's start with notifications, which ordinarily wouldn't be that exciting. Apple is allegedly going to move them from the top to the bottom in almost a Touch ID type area. Depending on what app you're using, it'll interact with you and the phone. That could be kind of cool, and I've lamented on that little kind of cutout at the top of the screen where the speaker is going to be. Supposedly, that's not going to be where the screen is going to extend up to. It'll show things like signal strength and date and time, and the screen will start below that cutout, leaving my fears and perhaps your design fears as well. There's been a lot made about Touch ID with the new iPhone and where it's going to be. There's been talk it's going to be still on the bottom, talk it's going to be built into the screen, on the back, in the Apple logo, but here's a new one on the side, where the power and lock button is similar to what Sony's done with some of their phones. There's been talk Apple's gonna ditch it all together and use some crazy facial recognition type feature. My money's probably on, at least for the time being, moving to the back. They can't get the in-screen reader working. But again, that is just a guess. And if you're a fan of Apple's white color, you are out of luck. I thought about swearing there, but I pulled it back. Supposedly there won't be a white color option, at least at launch. Perhaps a few months later we'll see the white color launch, similar to like how Product Red hit with the iPhone 7. And you're gonna have to wait probably a little longer to pick one of these suckers up. Limited quantity and allegedly not shipping until October. So I know it's a lot of allegedly, a lot of supposedly. That's why this is rumor roundup. These are all rumors. So you've got Note 8 coming soon, you got a better looking Pixel 2, you got an iPhone 8 with some fingerprint technology perhaps built in, hitting sometime in October. Which one of the three are you most excited about? I love the original Pixel. I think if they can fix the design, it's gonna be a killer phone. I think what Samsung does with their screens is absolutely incredible. And I'm excited for Apple to bring a new design to the table with the iPhone 8. So consider me jazzed for all three. Consider my wallet not jazzed for all three, because those are not gonna be cheap phones. If you had to pick one though, which phone would you get? Are you finally gonna make the switch to Android? Are you gonna go back to iOS? You're gonna stick with one and the other? Leave it in the comments down below and let me know. If you guys like Rumor Roundup and you're glad it's back, give the video a thumbs up to let us know. We will do more of these. Until next time, I'm John Ranger from Techno Buffalo.